Good evening, folks, and welcome live to Regal Court, where tonight your Wilmot Panthers will be taking on the Union Grove Broncos. Wilmot stats on the year, they're 3-1, and they're looking at being tied at second in conference, hopefully to change tonight. They put them an impressive 78.2 points per game, and that is affected by last game, where they absolutely blew out Kenosha Ruther 95-24. The starters didn't even play the whole second half. Just a really tremendous performance. You see, the scoring's very spread out. No one above 15 points. You see Kyle Gender in there leading it. He also passed well with 5 assists. And Sandman off the bench with 14 points. Very, very exciting to see him off the bench. Hit some big threes in the game. Latrell Glass on the year, 15.2 points per game. Look for that to go up as the season gets underway further. He's very impressive from the line. 95%. He will not miss from the charity stripe. Jeremy Bruin on the season, leading the Panthers in scoring, 18 points per game, 50% from the field, about pretty efficient, and you see more than 3 rebounds and 3 assists per game. So he really does it all for these Panthers. And Kyle Gender in the last part of the big three here for Wilmot, 16.5 points per game and 5.5 boards. Union Grove is 4-1 on the year, and they are first in conference, 2-0 in conference, and are averaging 59.4 points per game. Jack Pettit leads this Broncos squad with 17.4 points, 6 rebounds, 4.2 assists. He's a huge factor on offense.
He's a very good shooter for them, and that's going to be tough to face. He's not a three-point shooter, as we'll get to later, but he'll definitely hurt you in many ways on offense.
Yeah, he can get it done from inside the arc. He's only attempted 3 three-pointers on the season. Then we talk about Riley Hale this season, their other high-scoring guard, 16.8 points per game, 4.8 boards, and 3.6 assists. So look for these two guards to play off each other. Most of their assists come passing to each other. These are just the guys to watch out for. If Wilmot wants to win tonight, it'll start by stopping these two. And that'll bring us to our keys of the game. First, as Cameron said here, keep Pettit on the perimeter. He is not effective from beyond the arc. He's only attempted 3 three-pointers on the season, but you let him inside and it's over. He's just explosive around the hoop. His layup package is tremendous, and his mid-range jumpers are pretty significant as well. Number 2, fight through screens. As we talked about, Union Grove will set a lot of screens for Pettit to get inside. So if you can fight through those, switch on your defense well, and keep him out there, he'll be a non-factor this game. And if Pettit's a non-factor, I don't see any way these Panthers lose. He's their leading scorer. He's doing most of it here for the Broncos. And 3, dictate the tempo. With how Wilmot's been scoring lately, as you saw, they're averaging north of 78 points per game. That's colossal. And if they want to keep that going, they got to keep the tempo up and make sure they dictate this game. If they let the Broncos slow it down or speed it up in their favor, then it's going to be an uphill battle for Wilmot all night. Cam, you got any notes before we sign off?
I think if we keep Pettit and Hale in hand today, I think we're going to see a Wilmot victory.
Well spoken. Don't go away, folks. We will be back once the national anthem starts. Until then, we will be off air. Oh, my mistake. One more segment. We have the play of the game from last week's big As you saw, a tremendous play there by Colton Pearson, just really adding to the blowout at that point. A great layup by him, coming off the rebound on the other end. So the national anthem will begin in about 2 minutes here. Until then, we'll be off. So please stay tuned, folks. We've got a good one in store for you tonight.
As we begin tonight's game, we remind you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom. That lessons are best learned where respect is shown to all. Mistakes will be made on the court tonight. Don't let that bother you. Please let your good sportsmanship show during the game. And now let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Union Grove Broncos. Number 1, a guard, 6'3", senior, Jack Pettit. Another guard, number 3, 6'2", senior, Riley Hale. Also at guard, 5'10", senior, number 21, Jacob Ross. At wing, 5'11", junior, number 35, Luke Hansel. And in the other wing, a 6'5" sophomore, number 45, Sam Rampula. The Broncos are coached by Dave Petit, assistant coaches Tom Odell and Craig McClellan. And now for your Wilmot Panthers. At guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 20, Zach Watson. At forward, number 21, a 6'3" junior, Kevin Brenner. At guard, number 23, a 6'3" senior, Kyle Gendron. At another guard, 6'2" senior, number 25, Jeremy Bruton. And at the other guard, a 5'11" senior, number 30, Latrell Glass. Wilmot is coached by Jake Urbantrout and assisted by Jeremy Jacobson and Scott Burhorst. Managed by Josh Holdenauer and Dave Schleicher.
All right, folks, we'll begin here in just a second when Wilmot breaks their huddle. And as we said before, this should be an exciting one as the winner will move into first place in the Southern Lakes Conference. So a lot at stake here early in the season. As jumping here will be Sam Rapula against Kevin Brenner.
Quick prediction here, Ethan. What do you got?
Wilmot by 7. I don't think that Union Grove's bench is deep enough to contend with this Panther squad.
I got Wilmot by 5.
All right, close predictions as here comes Union Grove. It's Jack Pettit to start. Gives it up. And a mid-range jumper there, and that will fall.
Basket by number 21, Jacob Ross.
And here comes Bruton. He's running the point to start. Gives it to the corner. Back to Gendron. To Glass. Working on the perimeter. Bruton pull up. Oh, and that's how you want to start a game. Bruton with the quick trigger will take the lead 3-2.
Wilmot running a press here today, trying to suffocate.
And it works there. Gendron with the steal. Watson a deep 2. That's off, but he'll get his own rebound. Gendron thinks about it. Brenner inside. Tries to draw the foul, but can't get it. And it'll stay on this end. Wilmot ball. Coach Pettit not happy about the call there. But regardless, Bruton will inbound. He finds Watson. Gives it to Glass. Glass being guarded here pretty well. Not finding much area. Gives it out to Gendron. Tries to work it in. Gives it up to Bruton. See if Bruton can start early here. He hit the big 3 to start. Gives it up. Back to Gendron. Inside for 2.
Great ball movement by Wilmot right now.
And the press will continue. It worked early, and they're going to keep with it. Riley Hale with the ball. Passes it down court. Over to Pettit. Pettit to the corner. Pull up. And that one is off. Glass the rebound. Wilmot's got numbers here. Inside. Great layup, but it doesn't fall. And I believe that'll be an over the back on Brenner.
Wilmot foul, Kevin Brenner.
Hale to inbound here for the Broncos. Gets it to Pettit. Union Grove staring down this Wilmot defense here as they almost get a steal, but here comes Hale. Inside, good pass and an easy 2. They capitalized there on the weak numbers from Wilmot as they were pressing, and Brenner drives in. That one's off. Great steal by Gendron, however. Puts it up, and it's off as well. Glass. Oh, and Wilmot will not be denied. 2 offensive rebounds in a row leads to a bucket, 7-4. Wilmot the 3-point lead here early. 15:45 to go in this first half.
The big 3 working really well early in this game, having all 7 points.
Yep, and 1 bucket from each of them as Gendron, another steal. His defense has been tremendous tonight. Watson to Bruton, pull it up. Oh, and that one is off. Here comes Pettit on the board. Running the break. Gives it up to Hale. Hale dishes. The Broncos working around the perimeter here. And they get it back to Pettit. Looks at a 3. We know he's not going to shoot many of those. And great defense by Wilmot as they're fighting through the picks, just like we said in our keys to the game. Cut there by Hale, and he'll get an easy 2.
Basket by Hale.
Great move by him. So 7-6 here. Wilmot leads by 1 with 14:50 to go in the first half. Here is Bruton. He's already hit a 3 this game. Gives it to Brenner. Brenner to Glass, and that pass is altered, but will remain here with Wilmot.
Into the lineup for Wilmot, number 12, Jacob Gerzel.
And Gerzel checks in for Brenner.
I think this is a really good move for Wilmot. He is a very great energy player on the defensive end.
Yeah, he really brings energy and great defense, as you said. And I think that's what you got to worry about. The big 3 really can handle most of the scoring here. Is Glass in for an opening. And he'll drive. Oh, and that is in!
Took lots of contact right there, but was still able to finish.
I didn't think his defender thought that was going in as a great layup. And into the middle. That rolls out. Should have been an easy 2, and Gerzel with the rebound. Here comes Glass. Up to Gendron. Gendron working on the perimeter against Hale. Back to Glass. Glass, pass to Bruton. Bruton looking for somewhere to go. To Gendron. Gendron working here. Gives it up to Watson. Watson to Glass. Glass. Oh!
You betcha.
What a shot from Glass as he pulled that one from deep. Latrell has come out hot tonight. Pull up, and Hale can't get that one to go. And it'll be over the back on UG.
Bronco foul on number 35, Luke Hansel.
Glass will inbound to Bruton here. 13:31 to go in the first half. A 12-6 Wilmot lead, and the big 3 here, of course, Jeremy Bruton, Kyle Gendron, and Latrell Glass have been doing it all for Wilmot on the offensive side of the ball. To Gendron, wide open, and that one's off, but Bruton gets the board. And a turnover by Bruton. Here comes Pettit, and he'll draw the foul. Looked like he lost his balance there and couldn't put up a great shot, but drew the foul from Bruton nonetheless. And he'll go to the line and shoot 2 here for the Broncos. KML, what's been the key to Wilmot's defense here early? You've seen especially Kyle Gendron. He's come up with 2 big steals here in the game, which has led to easy buckets for Wilmot.
I think it's been the implementation of the press today. They've just been able to suffocate anywhere UG has gone.
And you think that's something Coach Urbanchop talked about throughout the week, disrupting their tempo, trying to get this press going early, getting their heads a little bit?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
As the first one is made there by Pettit, it's 12-7 Wilmot.
As we said in the pregame show, Jack Pettit averaging 17 points per game for the UG as he misses the free throw right there.
Here comes Bruton. Gives it back to Gendron. Inside, Gerzel to Watson. Back to Gendron. This Wilmot squad passes the ball well. In the Glass, mid-range, and that is off. Here come the Broncos. It's Pettit. He loses it for a second there. And great move inside, and the pass hits the rim. And here comes Wilmot on the break. Watson slows it down. Glass thinks about a three. Keeps it in. Oh! And a clean block there by UG as Lachelle tried to get into the lane. Here's Hale. Gives it up. Gives it to Pettit. He pulls a three. And that is in!
His fourth three of the year, and he nails it. Now 50% on the year.
Surprising he took that. That's exactly what Wilmot wants him to do, though. Shoot those threes, because more often than not, he will miss them. Gendron to Grizel. Fakes a pass. Works inside the hop step, and that one is off. Here comes Pettit. Over to Hale. Hale drives. Turnaround. And Grizel the steal. Gives it to Gendron. To Bruton in the corner. Dribbles it up to the top of the key. Drives in. Mid-range floater. That is good. 14-10.
Bruton making it look easy right there with that easy basket.
And great transition there as Grizel got the steal, gave to Gendron, and it was turned into easy points on the other end. Here come the Broncos. And a blocking foul on Wilmot, I believe, is Kevin Brenner will go to the scorer's table to return here.
20, Zach Watson, his first, team's third.
And in comes Brenner for Gendron. So look for more of the scoring load to fall on Glass and Bruton's shoulders here. Well, Gendron is on the bench getting a little breather. 14-10 Wilmot with 11:28 to go in the first half. Inbound to Pettit. Pettit working on Grizel. Ask for the screen. And it's stolen. Watson. He's got Brenner ahead. Gives it to him. Inside. Oh, and he's blocked again. This Broncos defense has been tenacious in the paint. Bruin will inbound for Wilmot here. And Pettit checks out. Surprising for Colin Long, and most of the scoring will fall on Riley Hale's shoulders now, as no one on the team averages above 10 points per game besides their duo of guards. Glass, deep two, and that one does not fall. Here come the Broncos again. Pass ahead. Hale. Inside. Good move. Backs out. Gives it to Long. Passing around the perimeter. Great defense by Wilmot here. They're not allowing anything to get inside the arc. Mid-range shot, and that was a forced shot there. They couldn't do anything against the defense. Here comes Watson. Glass. Good move. Spin, and he turns it over. He thought he had Bruton for a wide open shot there, but a Broncos defender came in and snatched it. Glass the defense on Hale here. Gives it up. Passing around the perimeter. Grizel to close out, and good D by Watson. Hale will get an open shot, and that's good. And that's the guard you don't want to shoot. Hale will hit those if he's given the chance. So 14-13, Wilmot up by one with 10 minutes to go in the first half. Watson to Glass. Glass to Brenner. Good move inside, and it's blocked.
That was Daxton Kramer right there.
Good move, and he used that height to his advantage. And Hale puts it in. Nice layup as the Broncos will take their first lead of the game. 15-14. Here comes Glass. Wilmot started off hot, but they haven't been able to find a bucket here past couple possessions. Watson gives it up to Grizel. Grizel to Bruton. And it'll be a foul on Hale, I believe.
Bronco foul on Hale, his first, team second.
And indeed it is.
Is Jack Pettit back for the Panthers.
Kyle Gendron. He'll check in for Latrell Glass. And I think that's needed as Kyle was playing a big part of this Wilmot's offense and defensive game plan early on in this game. Good move by Watson. Gives it to the corner. Grizel gives it back to Brenner. They find Watson. Hop step. Grizel pulls a three. And he cashes it in!
Jacob Griselle for 3.
He doesn't shoot many of those. But that one hit nothing but the bottom of the net. And that one rattles out. Fortunate for Wilmot, as it looked like they missed a defensive assignment there. Here comes Gendron. He's running the point. And a steal. Here come the Broncos. Layup is up and good. So we're tied. 17-17. A back and forth affair with 8:30 to go. Bruton running point. Looking around, gives it. Here's Watson. And that one will rim out. Here come the Broncos. Wilmot had Bruton wide open there, but no one noticed him sitting on the perimeter. Here's Hale. Passes it up. Bruton the defense. They dish it to the corner. Griselle on Pettit. Gives it up to Hale. Hale the drive. He'll draw the foul, and that will roll out. So just 2 at the line for him. Griselle will pick up his first.
Panther foul on 12, Jacob Griselle.
And here's Pettit's line to shoot 2.
To the line for the Broncos, Riley Hale.
The first is up, and that is good. So 18-17. The Broncos take the lead again by 1 point. In checks Girardi and Glass.
And Girardi.
I think adding Q right here gives them some size down low, trying to get some of those rebounds that they've been letting up.
Yeah, and like Griselle, Girardi's a very high-energy player. When he's out there, you can tell the other guys just feel a little bit more. So 19-17 as Pettit will cash in that second free throw. Wilmot down 2 with just 7:55 to go in the first half. Here's Bruton running the point. Good pass to Gendron. Griselle, wide open. Turns down another 3. Gives to Bruton. Bruton working. He's trying to get open shot from 3 as well. Drives in. Oh! And a lot of contact, but no foul. As here comes Pettit and the Broncos. To the corner. Wide open. They'll turn it down, though. Pettit passing. They're working it around still. This Broncos offense is very patient. They like to find the shots they can get with their best 2 players, and they won't settle for much else. As here comes one of them, but Pettit will miss, and Girardi the rebound. Here comes Bruton. Finds Gendron. He's got his dribble here. Finds Griselle in the corner. Griselle dribbling with it. Gives it up to wide open Bruton. Stumbles with the pass a little bit, but he's got it. Girardi the screen. Gives it to him. Glass in the corner. Pulls it. And it's in, but a foul on Girardi.
No, that was travel.
Travel. My mistake. Girardi walked with the ball in the paint.
Yeah, he went down for that pivot and just took another pivot and got that travel call right there.
And in check Sam Rapula, a starter for the Broncos. He had a little breather there, but he's back in. 6:45 to go in this first half. Wilmot down by 2. Here comes Hale. Dishes it up. And Bruton the steal. Oh, he turns it right back over.
Great defensive effort there by Bruton. Just tried to save it and
couldn't convert on the pass there. As here comes Griselle. Gives it up to Girardi. Bruton from deep range. Oh, and that'll fall.
Bruton making up for the little mistake on the defensive end.
He's got to put a hand in his face. He'll pull up from anywhere. As Hale tries to answer, he won't get it. Glass the rebound, and here comes Bruton. Great move. And a turnover by Bruton. That's his second in 3 possessions here. And Hale, a good move to the basket, and he'll score on Gendron. So 23-20. Wilmot down 3 here with 5:50 to go in the first half.
We're seeing lots of fast basketball in these last few minutes.
A back and forth affair to be sure. Gendron needs to get rid of it. Gives to Griselle. His defender slips. Hop step in. Oh! Tries the fancy layup, but he can't get it to go. And here come the Broncos. Pass to Hale, and he'll throw the ball away. So Wilmot ball, they catch a break as great numbers there for the Broncos. 5:34 to go. Wilmot trails 3. I look to see Bruin here get on fire. He hit 2 threes so far. I think he's got it in him to make this a great game for him.
I think you should also look at Kyle Gendron. He's only got 2 points so far. Look for him to start shooting a little bit.
And here's Glass. He's looked great tonight. And he'll draw the foul on the drive. Glass will shoot 2 at the line.
Fouls on 45, Sam Rampula.
Glass with 7 points already tonight, and he looks to add to it here, and he will, as the first is good. So 21-23, Glass with 8 points. Bruton and Glass combining for 16 right now, as his second is good. So 22-23, Wilmot down just 1 point. And back comes Brenner for Girardi. He just needed a little breather, and I think Girardi injected some energy into this offense here as they cut the lead back down just to 1. Here comes Pettit. Glass the defense. He gives it to Hale. Bruton. He's not letting anything get inside. And Pettit. Oh, what a fantastic turnaround jumper.
Pettit's got those really long arms, which creates a lot of space for him to shoot.
Yeah, it's hard to contest shots when he's the one shooting. Here comes Glass. Off the screen. Gives to Bruton. Bruton. Inside. Brenner thinks about a 3. Gives it up. Bruton. Oh! And he ties the game. Cam, they're going to have to put someone on him if they don't want him to really have a big effect in this game. If Bruton's going to shoot like this and you're going to leave him open, you might as well go home early because it's not going to be pretty for the Broncos. And good cut there. They'll get the board and draw the foul.
Great hustle right there from Luke Hansel. And he'll get 2 shots right here.
Yeah, he'll get an opportunity to shoot 2. Coach Ehrmantraut not happy with his team's rebounding on that possession. And Lamberson will come to the scorer's table. He'll check in after this first free throw most likely. The first is up, and it's off the back of the rim. And out comes Zach Watson. Let's see what Lamberson can do. He's an athletic guy with a huge vertical for his size. He can really get up there. The second, it's up, and that one is good. So 26-25, the Broncos with a 1-point lead after that free throw. And the Broncos are showing some press here. Here's Gendron. Looking around, gives it to Glass. And he'll cut. What a move. Oh, and one! Wow!
Fighting through the contact.
Glass's athleticism on display during that layup.
Bronco foul on 45, Sam Rampula is second. Basket's good. Glass goes to 1.
And here it is. That is good. Glass does not miss from the line. So it's 28-26, a 2-point Wilmot lead off of that fantastic cut by Glass.
Bruton and Glass right now combining for 23 of the 28 points in this first half. That is insane.
The big 3 putting in work. Look to see Gendron get on track here late in the first half with just 4 minutes to go. Great pass there, but it's short by Daxton. And they'll get the rebound. UG, they've been rebounding terrifically as they'll tie up the game on a second chance point. 28-28. And the press here. Glass goes to Lamberson. He is fouled. That'll be Jacob Ross with the foul.
Foul on Ross. That's his first.
And Gendron to inbound here to Glass. If I'm Wilmot, I'm looking to take a 1 to 2 possession lead here going into half. Really have something to build on when I come out on Bruton. Oh, he had a little something extra on that layup attempt, but it's just too long. Here's Pettit. He's looking for an opening. Gives it up. They're passing on the perimeter well. Glass the defense. Hale cuts on Lamberson. Good pass and a travel. The pass was affected by Lamberson. And Jacob Ross just couldn't get a good handle on it. He traveled trying to stumble with the ball. Here's Lamberson. Back to Glass. Up to Brenner. Wilmot passing around here, trying to avoid the press to Bruton. And that one is off. Oh, great move there by Hale. Gives it to the corner. Ross. And that's short. And that'll go in, however. So second chance points here. Big for the Broncos as they're getting plenty of offensive rebounds. Here comes Glass. 2:40 to go in the first half. Over to Gendron. Bruton. Inside. Kick it back out. Gendron to Lamberson. Lamberson to Glass. Pull up. That is off. Rebound goes out to Bruton. Inside. And a steal. Great defense by the Broncos. They've got numbers ahead here. Daxton in the middle. And a floater will go in. So 32-28.
Bronco basketball. Kramer.
Wilmot trying to fight through this press here. And the press has been the difference right now.
Bronco ball on 43. Jackson Kramer. His first.
And Bruton will draw the foul.
In the lineup for Wilmot. Girardi.
And Quentin Girardi will check in for Kyle Gendron. Gendron's got a slow start today, but I think he'll turn it on the second half with 2:08 to go in the first. Here's Bruton. Bruton and Glass have been fantastic tonight. And Wilmot taking their time here. They want the shot that they can get easily. And there's Girardi, draws the foul, but can't get the bucket to go. So as I said, Wilmot taking their time. They want to find the easy bucket here to get back into this game. Potentially tie it up before halftime. 1:55 to go in this first half. Girardi will shoot 2. The first is up, and that is good. So 29-32, a 3-point game. The Broncos have been playing some great defense down the stretch here in this first half. Girardi's second attempt. That is up, and it rims out. It was halfway down, but here come the Broncos. It's Pettit working on Glass to the corner. Gives it up to Hale. He'll dish it. They're trying to work it inside here, but to no avail. Girardi, fantastic defense, and the Broncos will call a timeout. Girardi bodied Daxton Kramer there, and he couldn't move inside. And Coach Pettit didn't think his offense was getting anything there, so he called a timeout. Also a good time for Wilmot to maybe regroup here and maybe get a 3-point shot. I want the ball in Bruton's hand here if Wilmot gets one last possession this half.
Oh, definitely for sure. If it's not Bruton, it's Glass. Those two have been combined for 23 so far. Definitely showing their scoring ways.
Yeah, 23, all but 6 of Wilmot's points. Impressive first half for those two.
An impressive first half for the defense so far for Wilmot.
And let's hand it to the Broncos as well. Their defense and offense have been great this first half. They started slow, but they turned it up as Hale will drain a 3. Great shot.
It's definitely going to be one of those grinded out games for both teams. They're going to have to go to the final whistle to figure out who's going to win this game.
Yeah, and Wilmot's going to need some defense here if they want to remain in this game. As here comes Bruton to Lamberson. 1:14 to go. Glass. Oh! What a shot. Glass is on fire right now. 32-35. Wilmot down just 3 with 1 minute to go. They give it up to the top of the key. Here's Hale working on Lamberson. Gives it to Kramer. Pettit gives it up. They're trying to find something inside here, but the Wilmot defense is great. Hale on the drive, and that is good. Hale has looked great whenever he's had the ball in his hands tonight. 37-32. Here come the Panthers. 30 seconds to go. Lamberson to Glass. Glass looking. Gets it to Lamberson. Into Bruton. Back out to Lamberson. Gives it to Glass. Drives. He'll lose the ball. But recovered by Wilmot. To Lamberson. Pull up. That is off. And here comes Hale. 6 seconds. The Broncos might be able to score again here. Inside, and it's in. So the Broncos on a nice run there to end the half. It'll go down as a 7-point run in the closing moments of the second half. And we'll be right back here in a few moments, folks, for our halftime show. So don't go anywhere. Just a few minutes away. Welcome back, folks, to Wilmot, where I'm joined here with Cameron Wisnowski. And the game going down, Wilmot is down 7, 39-32. And my halftime hot take is actually got to be the Broncos. Hale, he's been pretty good from the perimeter. You can't leave him open. He's been cashing those from beyond the arc. And Pettit as well. Inside the paint, he's been a force. And I think if Urban Charles' defense doesn't step it up here in the second half, and I think their defensive rebounding doesn't improve, that it'll definitely be an uphill battle for them and one that's hard to win. Camo, what's your hot take for halftime?
It's got to be the big three. Putting up 28 points in the first half. That's out of the 32 that they have. That's pretty good. Kyle Drennan will have to put a little in the scoring load. But look for Jeremy Bruton. He's had a quick trigger the whole night so far, and his defense has been pretty well. So has Kyle Drennan.
Yeah, you got to make sure someone's in Bruton's face, otherwise he'll pull up. He's got the green light from just about anywhere. And well, surprise in the first half is that Jenner has been a little bit absent from the big three. He's been big this year, second most points on the team. I'd like to see that get going in the second half. And Kevin Brenner as well. I think he can be kind of an energy guy. When he gets going, the rest of the team gets going. When they see him score, they're like, why can't I do it too? Why can't I put in work? So I think I'd like to see that here for the second half as well. Until then, we've got about 7 minutes until the game resumes. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. You join us here to start the second half at Regal Court. Wilmot down 7 here as the Broncos went on a 6-0 run to end the half. Here comes Bruton, and look for the Panthers to try to come out fast here early, control the tempo. Here's Watson to Jenner in the corner. Gives to Bruton. Passing around, here's Watson, back to Bruton. Good pass inside to the corner, Gendron, and that one's in and out, but Watson gets the rebound. Bruton, that one's off, but Gendron the rebound. Pull up, and he can't get that one to go.
3 chances for the Panthers right there, couldn't convert on any of them.
Yeah, 3 chances, 3 misses, but great energy to get rebounds. Defense here by Wilmot. Here's Watson. And Glass guarding here on Pettit. Pettit works inside. And a foul there. Pettit with a great drive inside. So it's 41-32, and Pettit will have the chance to push the lead here even further to a 10-point game. And he will, so 42-32, and all of a sudden, Wilmot might be in panic mode a little bit as they're down 10. The press that Union Grove has brought has really changed the game here. As Bruton thinks about the shot, gives it to the corner. Here's Watson, and he'll turn it over. Here's Pettit, and the layup is off. Bruton may have influenced that one there, but it should have been an easy bucket for Pettit. As here's Gendron, gives it to Watson, back out to Bruton, to Watson, passes it around here. Gendron in the corner, he gives it back up. Wilmot looking for a shot here, and there's Bruton. That's the shot they want. He'll make most of those. And Brenner will be called on a foul. He was just trying to knock the rebound out, but he hit a player instead, and in comes Kobe Barker. He'll check in for Brenner. As Brenner has 2 fouls here early in the second half, 16:29 to go. Here come the Broncos. Bruton bringing the press here on Hale. Hale with 16 points in the first half, and he looks to build on it here. And that'll be Wilmot ball. As the Broncos player just kind of lost the handle on the ball on his way up. Watson inbound. Here comes Bruton. And passing back and forth here between Watson and Bruton. Gives it back, and here comes Bruton on the drive. To Barker. Barker, nowhere to go. Gives it back to Bruton, and a turnover. The ball bounced out off Bruton, and Hale will inbound. Wilmot looking a little lost against this press that the Broncos have brought, as it's still a 10-point game. 15:50 to go in the second half. Barker on the closeout. Passing around here, and Hale fortunately misses that one. It was a good look. Here comes Glass. And the ball poked out by Pettit. Great play on defense. And he won't miss that one. So 44-32. Wilmot down 12. And they're going to need some energy if they're going to want to get back into this one. Bruton to Glass. Glass. And that 3 is short. He rushed that one a little bit. And here come the Broncos again. The pass to the corner. Daxon gives it to the outside. They're passing around here well. Here's Pettit. Inside. And Gendron will follow him. That'll be an and one. So 46-32, and the Broncos could make it 47-32 here. And a timeout by Coach Ermentrout there, and a much-needed one as the Broncos look like they could have run away with this game.
Panthers needing to wake up early in this half. If they don't, this could be an ugly second half.
Yeah, it could be over before they even know it. 15 minutes to go left in the second half. And like you said, they've just got to wake up. They came out of half the worst team that UG UG came out energized. Like we said, that press at the end of the first half really swung the momentum in their favor, and they have carried it out into the second half. And unless Wilmot can snatch that away from them, I don't see how this game gets close. Camo, what do you think has to change here for the Panthers?
They definitely need to just bring that energy they had early in that first half. I think having Gendron, he had a lot of steals in that first half. Bruton wake up a little bit. I guess they're all kind of tired right now. The big three has to play a lot of these minutes, which could hurt them down the stretch.
Could hurt them down the stretch. However, Wilmot does have a fairly deep bench compared to some other teams in conference here, such as Union Grove. Union Grove's first man off the bench only averages 2.3 points per game. And here's the shot. That is short, but they'll get the rebound. It's out to Hale. Hale trying to set something up here. Gives it up. Back to Hale. Bruton with the defense. They pass it on the perimeter here. They work to Pettit at the top. Pettit, good move. Gives it up, and a mid-range jumper. That'll fall short, but a board there by UG, and another and one.
Basket by Ross.
The Broncos are bringing the energy here on offense, getting rebounds and turning them into buckets. And in comes Lamberson for Watson. Coach Eberhardt's going to have to do something to get some energy back out on the court. And that's Kyle Gendron's second foul as well, and both have happened in 2 back-to-back possessions here, so he's got to be careful as that'll go in. So 49-32, Union Grove just looking like the better team out there right now. Here's Bruton. Gives it to Gendron. Gendron, pass inside to Barker. Barker finds Lamberson. Lamberson, he'll give to Barker. Barker gives to Bruton. Bruton has no space here. Good defense by the Broncos. Gendron the screen. Gives it to Gendron. Back. And they can't find a shot right now. Bruton with the ball. Gives to Lamberson. Back to him. There's nowhere to go. And here's Barker. Gives to Gendron. Good cut. To the corner. And Gersel loses control of the ball.
That's a great defense possession there by UG.
Yeah, the Broncos were not letting anything inside as here's Pettit running the point. Gersel with the defense and a blocking foul there.
Panther foul on number 12, Jacob Gersel.
And nothing going right for the Panthers here as they're racking up fouls. Their defense isn't working, and UG on the opposite side of the ball is playing fantastic defense. Lamberson the steal. This could be the start of something as that is an easy layup, and the Panthers with their first points in the second half, 34-49. They desperately needed that. Maybe it can give them some energy here. Lamberson using all of his vertical on that play to get the ball. And here's Pettit. He'll cut. Bruton with the block, but a foul on the rebound. And that could be Kyle Gendron's third, and it is. And Wilmot already has 16 fouls here. As in comes Pearson. And Noah Coleman as well.
For the Panthers, Coleman. For the Broncos, Kramer.
So we see Gendron check out with 3 fouls here. Ermentrout's going to want to save him for later in the game, but this has got to hurt the Panthers right now. As it'll be Wilmot ball. Good D by Pearson there. And he was the player of the game from last week. Let's see if he can bring some energy as well.
Yeah.
Because right now, that's all that's lacking. There's not like a real talent gap on the floor. Everyone on Wilmot's squad is a proficient player. It's just the energy right now. They're playing a little bit lifeless. As here's Bruton, and he gets blocked. Great block by Kramer there. He uses all of his height and the vertical. Here comes UG. It's Pettit. Working. They're passing around the perimeter. Inside, and that'll roll out. Pearson the board. Here he comes. Good move. Gives it up. Here's Bruton. Coleman inside. He'll take a jumper. And that is off. I think Wilmot's got to settle down, take some smarter shots. As here's Hale. Great pass inside. Way to find the other player there as he gets an easy assist. Here's Pearson. This press still giving Wilmot some trouble. Inside to Lamberson. Great pass to Barker. Oh, and a block! Daxton playing fantastic defense. And a foul there on Pearson, I believe, but no basket.
Daxton Kramer 6'6", and he is using all of his height to his advantage.
And the vertical as well. He's a volleyball player for this UG school as well. And it shows here the verticality he brings to the court.
And Wilmot going with a whole new lineup in this game.
A platoon swap here for Urbantraut. Lineup we've never seen out here before, as we'll see Posh, Barker, Coleman, Pearson, and that is Michael Sandman out there as well. At the line here, it's Pettit. And that is good. So 52-34. Broncos dominating here in the second half. Here comes Sandman.
Do you think this is kind of a punishment to the starters right here? Try putting in the bench.
I don't know if it's a punishment so much as just trying to change it up. You know, get some energy out there, some young blood on the court. Maybe give those guys a refresher if this game becomes close later on. I want the big three well rested if there becomes a possibility they can go out there and win the game for the Panthers. 2 screens here set for Pearson. Gets inside. Barker, great move, but he can't convert. Sandman fights for the rebound, but they can't get it. Here comes Kramer. Mid-range. Oh, and he's feeling himself out there.
UG up now 21 points in this game.
They're running away with it. Here's Sandman. Mid-range jumper, and Wilmot's forcing up shots right now. Pettit working. Gives it up to Kramer. On the perimeter. Works it inside, and Kramer another. Wilmot has no answer for all 6'6" of him. And Urbantraut another timeout. Wilmot's got to figure something out, or this one could be over in a matter of minutes. The lead could soon become insurmountable for this Wilmot squad. And coming out, I didn't expect this, but it could potentially be a product of the huge win they had versus Kenosha Ruther. You know, after a win like that, the amount of energy you had might become a little bit easy after a blow like that to come out and play a little bit lifeless. But they've definitely got to figure something out, as they have a huge matchup at Central this week, Friday.
And Central's going to bring a whole different offense. With Jaden Zachary there at the point guard. They bring a lot of size also, like UG does, so Wilmot's got a lot of work to do before Thursday.
Explosive team for sure. But we're focused on this game right now. Here's Watson. He'll give to Bruton. And we see the starters back out here for Wilmot. Inside. Brenner. That one won't go. Watson fights for the rebound. He won't get it, but you got to admire his tenacity on the board there. Passing around here. UG. Broncos have looked fantastic here in the second half. They're working it around. And it's kind of late in the possession. This Wilmot defense looks fantastic early on. They don't allow anything to come inside. Perimeter defense is great. But, like right there, it's late in the possession. They'll get it inside. So they just got to work on some longevity here, as the defense looks good early on, but it just breaks down on the interior. So 59-34, 9:50 to go in the second half, as here's Glass. And he'll draw a foul.
Bronco fouls on Kramer. His second, team's first.
And here's Glass to inbound to Bruton. Over. Passes it back to Watson. Back to Bruton. Good pass, and they'll work it outside to Gendron. Good pass inside. Gendron to Brenner. And that's what Wilmot needs right here. Smart passing. It's 36-59.
Yeah, that was the first score in about a lot of minutes.
Yeah, 4 or 5 minutes. And Panthers really bringing the press here. Trying to get some steals in. Turn into transition offense. Good drive inside. It'll miss. And Gendron with the rebound. Here come Wilmot. They've got to turn it around here as Glass. He'll turn it over. No, it'll stay on this end with Wilmot. Lucky break. This was not a fantastic pass.
I think it tipped number 31 on the way out. So
yeah, number 31 would be Luke Nelson for UG. Wrong place, wrong time for them. And the steal. Here's Pettit. And he'll put up the turnaround jumper. And UG the rebound and one. Zach Watson draped over the defender there. As it's 61-36 with the chance to put up 62-36 here. And the Broncos running away with it. And this is the starting lineup for Wilmot. So if anyone's going to get it done, it's going to be these guys on the court right now. And that is off.
It'll be an over and back by Rampula.
Yep. Glass inbounding here. Wilmot's going to need something for their big three right now. Now's the time to step up and show what you've got. As here comes Bruton. Gives to Glass. To Gendron in the corner. Inside to Brenner. Glass pulls up. Short. But Brenner the rebound. Gendron's wide open on the corner. They don't see him. Watson inside. Bruton. That is good.
Three-pointer by Bruton.
And 39-61. Bruton having himself a nice night right now with 19 points. And the steal by Gendron. Here comes Wilmot. Gendron. Oh, he misses it. Good defense there by Pettit. And now Pettit's going the other way. Oh. And a blocking foul, and Watson can't believe it. It looked like the ball was already out of Pettit's hand. And I got to say, I'm going to agree with him there. It looked like Pettit had lost control of the ball, but regardless, Pettit will go to the line here, and Watson will pick up his 4th foul. Pettit will shoot.
Lamberson checks into the Panthers.
And in comes Lamberson for Watson. As we said, he had 4 fouls. Pettit to shoot. That is up, and it's good. So 62-39.
Cancel back into the lineup for UG.
And a sub here for UG before Pettit will shoot his second. That is up, and it is good. So 63-39. 8 minutes to go in the second half. Glass. Passes to Bruton. Bruton back to Glass. Inside to Brenner. Finds Gendron for 3. And that's good! We've been waiting all night for Gendron to start shooting from out there, and there it is. 42-63. Wilmot's going to need some more of that if they want to get back in it. They've certainly got their work cut out for them. Here's Hale. Guarded by Glass. Glass to steal. Here he comes. And he'll draw the foul. So Wilmot trying to put together a little run here as it's 42-63. Glass could bring it back within 19 here with 7:37 to go in the second half.
And that will be a timeout by the Broncos as they're just going to regroup a little bit, make sure they keep this 20-point lead.
Coach Pettit's seen enough of the effort out there, and he wants to give them some words here, you know, re-energize them. It'd be certainly embarrassing if they choked this 20-point lead away. But with the amount of firepower Wilmot has on offense, as we talked about with the big three, I think if any team's going to do it, it could be Wilmot. You know, if you got 3 competent scorers, they can go to it any time. You can't leave any of them open from beyond the arc. They'll burn you.
So 7:37, do you think they can still be able to do this right here?
It's definitely going to be hard, but I wouldn't put it out of the question. Unlikely, but definitely possible. And it's going to need to start right here with the shell glass at the line. And that one will be short. An uncharacteristic miss for him as he shoots 94% from the line. Here's the second. So it's a 20-point game. 63-43. Wilmot down with 7:35 to go here. As Wilmot going all out on defense there for the steal. And a foul there on Wilmot.
Fouls on 25, Bruton.
Those go on Jeremy Bruton. And 10 team fouls already for Wilmot here. As UG will have another attempt at the line. They've gotten there plenty of times tonight, and this one is up and good. So 64-43. Here comes the second.
Jackson Kramer back in the lineup for the Broncos.
It's Luke Hansel at the line. The second is up, and that one's off, but Kramer the rebound, and he'll draw the foul. Refs blowing their whistles a lot tonight, and Glass visibly upset with that call.
Here's the foul on Brenner, his third.
And Brenner with 3 fouls now, so we see Barker come to the scorer's table, and I got to wonder if he's coming in for Brenner. As Kramer, obviously shooting isn't his forte. And Barker does come in for Brenner there. Daxton will attempt his second. And that one is in. So 65-43. Here comes Bruton. It's been effective tonight. Gives it to Glass. Glass on the drive. He'll draw a foul. On the way in.
As you can see in the second half, the difference in fouls so far is 11-4.
Yes. Big disparity. And most of them coming off of rebounds there for the Broncos. They get it and they go back up for the putback and they're fouled. So not only does it hurt because it's a foul, but also giving up the rebound and the second chance points. As Bruton works inside. Here's Genrin. The cut. Steps back. Looking for an opening here to work on Hale. Gives it to Bruton. Genrin gives him a screen. Passes it back to him. Genrin passes out, and he'll turn it over. Kramer the steal. He's been tremendous on defense tonight. Here comes Hale. Passing it around. Wide open shot, but he'll turn it down. There's Pettit over to Hale in the corner. Bruton the defense. Inside, and Genrin gets called for the foul. I think this whole Wilmot squad's a little bit frustrated with the officiating right now.
His fourth.
As Genrin with 4. And no one approaches the bench, so no, here comes Brenner now. You got to assume he'll come in for Genrin as the first is in. So 66-43. Here's the second. Luke Hansel. He's been at the line a few times tonight, and he's making the most of it as he makes his second shot as well. So 67-43. 6:30 to go, and Wilmot will need a miracle to win this one at this stage in the game. Here's Bruton. Spin move. Good move inside. Gives it to Glass. Glass drives. He'll draw the foul, but can't get the bucket to go. Glass will head to the line where he's been very efficient this season. As we talk about in almost every pregame show, shooting free throws is pretty much free points, and the Trail Glass is converting them at about a 90% rate, as that one will go in. So 44-67. And I think another problem for Wilmot here is that the crowd never had a chance to get into it. They're out here in number tonight, as you can see, but they really just never got into it. Don't hear them yelling or chanting or anything. So a lack of energy from there, too, as Glass hits the second one. 6:15 to go in the game. Here comes Pettit. Defense by Glass. Passes it to Kramer. Inside to Kramer. And he is good. Inside, another bucket for him. 69-45. Kramer's been electric. Someone we didn't expect coming into this game, as Glass, a lot of contact but no foul, and he's slow to get up. Pettit with the ball. Jogs around the perimeter here. Working on Bruton. And Pettit gives it up to Hale. Hale being guarded by Lamberson. He cuts. Good move and a block by Lamberson, but Hale gets it right back. Pettit dishes. Pull up. Bang! 72-45. The Broncos are lighting it up right now.
And if you look at the averages, they're not...
Ooh. Oh!
That's the shot.
Glass hits that three from a different area code, as the Panthers are still going to fight here. Even if winning looks a little bit unreasonable, they're still going to fight. They've got a lot of heart.
Yeah, but as we were saying, they only average about 59 points per game, so a game...
They are lighting it up right now.
A game of 75 right now, that's pretty good for their average.
Yeah. Glass, he tries to answer, but that's short. A rush shot there. Here come the Broncos. It's Pettit to the corner. Hale. That one is short, but the rebound there. And that's been Wilmot's main downfall. Besides the energy, you got to attribute it to the rebounding by UG. They have been tremendous on the offensive boards. On whether or not it's a height advantage or it's an effort kind of thing, I'll leave that up to the viewers, you guys watching, what you can discern. But that's the big problem I see right now, the rebounding. Glass will inbound here.
Well, it's nice to have when you have a 6'6" and a 6'5" center on your team.
Yeah, big height disadvantage, and Kramer playing an unexpectedly big role. Coming into this, not a player we really highlighted, but he has shown out tonight.
He might have double-digit points, but I'm not sure. But
yeah, we don't have the stats for the Union Grove players up here. As Glass, another play where he can show off his athleticism and still drive and go to the line again. So 77-50. Glass with a chance at the line here.
Glass seems like the only highlight here tonight, as he has 23 points for the Panthers, going over his way over his average by about 8 points.
Don't forget Bruton here, also with 14 points on the night. Glass is up, and he is good. So 51-77. Wilmot's still bringing the press here. They're not going to give up. 4 minutes to go. Brandon the defense. Kramer gives it up. Working on the perimeter here is UG. And a platoon swap coming in for the Panthers, as here comes Glass. Inside and one. Great floater by Glass, and he's been getting the line a lot tonight. That's the other thing about his average at the line. It's especially impressive considering the amount of attempts he has. Big swap here is in checks Posh, Pearson, Griselle, and Coleman. And Glass is in.
And here comes Michael Sandman.
And Sandman will check in for Glass here as
50-50 raffle number.
I think Wilmot's kind of conceding the victory here.
207.
Allowing some of these guys to see play as the starters will have to rest up. As we mentioned, huge matchup on Friday night at Central. A must-win if they want to stay relevant in conference.
Well, lots of big things happening in that game. You got rivalry. You got
we also have
trying to gain momentum in conference play. It's going to be a big matchup for Wilmot.
And add to the fact that Wilmot hasn't beat Central in, I believe, 2 or 3 years. So a big game on all fronts.
Yeah, I think the last time Wilmot has beaten Central was 2014,
2013, somewhere around there.
It was here at Veterans
It was here
Fieldhouse
on Regal Court. Here comes Grizel. Gives it to Posh. Posh to Coleman. Coleman, the cut. Noah, the scoop, and that is in. Good move by Coleman there. 77-54. Here come the Broncos. And that one's off. Should have been an easy layup. And Sandman the board.
Bronco foul, number 5, Jack Clark.
Foul there on the Broncos.
And now they are in the bonus.
So Sandman will go to the line. He'll shoot 1 and a bonus.
31, Luke Nelson to the line for the Panthers to shoot the bonus. Michael Sandman.
Sandman, a pretty fun player to watch. We saw last game versus Kenosha Ruther when he hit 3 threes in a row, and his shot is up and no good, but he attempts the rebound. Good effort, but UG will retain possession. UG set up a play here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game.
Quentin Girardi checking in at the scorer's table.
UG working around here. I think more just eating up clock right now than anything. Just passing it around. And Cameron, what do you expect in that Central game? You think Wilmot will be like the second half team we saw or the first half team? Because tonight it's been a tale of 2 halves for Wilmot.
Yeah, I think they just need a day of practice. Urban Trout is definitely the kind of coach that will get them hyped up for the rivalry game. I don't think they should take this game too heavily. If they can just figure it out, though, they could definitely make the game against Central interesting.
As a missed shot there by Wilmot, following the mid-range jumper made by the Broncos. 1 minute and 30 seconds left here, folks, as we're going to wrap up a big win for the Broncos as another bucket inside.
Basket by Gamble.
81-54. Sandman, and that is off. 1:20 to go. Here come the Broncos. And looking forward to the season as a whole, the boys just look to do better than they did last year in conference. A little bit disappointing. Obviously, we know they wanted that big playoff run as the 10th seed. But Westosha Central next, and then their next conference game that we have home here will be versus Delvin Darien, I believe, all the way on January 19th. That's their second home game in January, but I do not believe that Elkhorn Area High School is in our conference. My mistake. I've been informed here that Elkhorn is indeed in conference, so the next time you see us at home will be January 12th for a conference matchup against Elkhorn. Here comes Pearson, the floater, and that's off.
So Wilmot going on a 5-game road trip. You think that, well, a 4-game road trip including a tournament, is that something they look for to gain momentum as they'll come back for a home stretch?
I honestly don't know how that's going to factor in. I think it'll be nice when they do retake the home court, but I think if this team can bring energy, they can win on the road just as well. Obviously tonight we saw they came out a little bit flat in the second half after they came out strong very start of the game. They were scoring in bundles as UG will retain possession here. Like I said, I think it depends which Wilmot team you see. Are you going to see the second half team or the first half team? And 8.3 seconds to go here. And a steal by Sandman. They'll run it up the court. 3 to go. Tapash puts it up, and that is out. So 81-56 is your final. And Cam, you have any closing thoughts before we sign off for the night?
I think tonight was just a game that you kind of just saw Wilmot didn't have at the start of the second half. But they'll look to get some momentum in practice, and I feel like they'll be ready for the game that they really want in Central.
Yeah, a big game, no doubt. Like we said, huge. They haven't beat Central in a few years. Your stats on the night, Latrell Glass with a huge 27 points. He looked like himself from last year when he led the team in scoring. Bruton poured in 19 and Kyle Gendron 5. So a good night from your big three. Outside them, though, Jacob Grizel hit a 3 early on. Lamberson with 2 on the fast break following a steal. Brenner with 2. Girardi hit 1 point at the line. And Noah Coleman with 2 as well. So, like I said, Wilmot Central Friday. Unfortunately, we'll be unable to broadcast that game as it's in Central, and they have a exclusivity contract with a streaming service. However, we will have some girls games for you in the beginning of January, and our next guys game home, as we said, January 12th versus Elkhorn, following a 5-game road trip. So that's all for tonight. We'll sign off. Enjoy the night, folks, and we'll see you later.